Club Bridging the Basement Lucky Jacks. Please get up. Board of laughter. John Thorne.
Whew. My name is not Gary. We'll start with that. Hey, this is my first time here, and I appreciate you guys giving me some props for that. I turned 40 2 years ago, and I shaved all my pubic hair.
Yeah.
I really wanted to feel like a kid again. So who else here shaves their pubic hair? Anybody?
Yeah.
I heard all the women do apparently, but any men?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, good. We got one. So women, I have to ask, so do you prefer the shaved or the not shaved?
Not shaved.
Not shaved. So it's not a Chewbacca versus Yoda. You prefer the Yoda. Okay. Desert versus rainforest. Okay. You got your choices, right? When I was a kid, the priests never really hit on me, which I didn't understand because they knew I'd keep my mouth shut. So I was in the airport the other day, and I'm standing in the line to get on the plane, and there's a guy behind me, and I can hear him talking to his kids. They forgot something. So he's going to go look for it. So he turns to me and he says, "Hey, can you watch my kids while I run to find this thing?" I'm thinking, well, I guess I look somewhat, safe. So I said, fine, and I thought that was great. The problem was they started boarding. So I said to the kid, I said, listen, if they board and your dad's not back, you're on your own. I am not losing overhead space. While I was on the plane, this happens all the time, I get a question, hey, you like your Mac better than a PC? I said, yeah. I said, well, does it work the same? Yeah. Is it better than the handheld? Or do you worry about getting viruses? I said, yeah. So I thought to myself, what if I was on a plane next time and I pulled out a dildo? Would I get the same questions? Never know. So, we talked a little bit about, shaved vaginas earlier. I like vaginas. Let's just put it out there. Put it in there, I guess. Okay, now I got them going. Here we go. So, but the problem is that ladies, you guys got to come up with some sort of standard for it, because everything is a game. Everything is a challenge. You go after some women, and it's like playing miniature golf. Every hole is a different challenge. You've got some that are easy. You just tap it, and it's in. You've got others that sometimes maybe aren't working right or closed for business. Usually there's a waterfall. That you've got to sort of figure out a different way to get around and score. And then you've got my favorite, my nemesis, the windmill. No matter how hard you try, that fucking thing just bats your ball away every time. But you always go back because you really want to get that one. Oh, and I also found out that it's very frowned upon to get a hole-in-one. The more strokes, the better. So, is anybody getting married? Is anybody going to get married?
One day.
Okay, one day. So, you'll also get divorced.
I did already.
Okay, good. So, there's the top 10 things that your future divorce lawyers should never say to you at your wedding. Did you label all your Tupperware? I offer a 50% pay now discount. Have you decided who's going to sit at the head of the table? Lease everything. Own nothing. Did you see the ass on her sister? Pippa, Pippa, Pippa. You realize that she is now going to own 50% of your porno collection. And do you really want her in your family plan? Hey, can you put a good word in with the bride's father? He looks miserable. And of course, the worst thing ever, worst thing that could ever happen at a wedding, divorce lawyer or not. So too late to change to the fish. Thank you. I like you. You did a really nice job on your guitar thing, by the way. I loved it. It's really great. That was me clapping in the back the whole time. All right. Oh, this is good. This is something that, you know, it's good for the kids. Flamingos, I don't know, does anybody know how flamingos get their natural pink color? From eating shrimp.
Is that true?
Yeah. But you know what? You can easily spot the anorexic ones. Gary, do you want to come up here and help me out? A friend of mine said that she was going to do a handstand every day for a year. I said, there's no way. You were way in over your head. Oh, my dog follows me around like a puppy dog. She's 49 dog years old. Grow the fuck up! Okay, I like this side now. All right. So, I recently got divorced. I don't know if you can tell. There's a lot of stuff going on here. And I sort of refer to this as my epic midlife crisis. And I actually found a t-shirt in a shop somewhere around here that said epic. It wasn't my size, but I bought it anyway because I thought it was kind of cool. But I meet a lot of girls now, and my goal is, I'm not necessarily looking to score, but I'm just looking to kind of get that, you know, get that yes. Like a phone number or, I don't know if they give phone numbers out anymore, they're digits or whatever. So I went into Nordstrom's the other day to buy one shirt. And I came out with 7 shirts, 2 pairs of pants, and a phone number. But this was good. This was really good. And the problem is that happens all the time. I meet a pretty girl, I'm in a store. I bought a brand new king sheet set from Cassie at Pottery Barn. I have a fucking queen bed. Thank you. So that's the problem. One other thing that I shouldn't have bought, but have you seen the new men's swimwear? They call it the single side. Huh? Do you want to come up and show me? So imagine this, okay? Imagine me naked.
No.
And remember that. Okay. Oh, and hey, where's Gary? Like the pimple thing going on here? The belly button was sort of weird, but I'll show you later. So imagine me naked. Front. Back. Now, the single side is this bathing suit that, imagine a Smurf. Blue. Now, the Smurf has his nose right up my ass, and he's got his hand reaching around. That's the single side. That's it. Although you don't really see the Smurf's butt. They sort of chop that part off. That's it. So, all right, this next joke is really funny. I just don't remember what it is.
One more minute.
Oh, thank God. I did learn that trick. You always ask, and they say 1 minute, no matter how many minutes you have. So I met, I'm in a relationship with a woman I met online. Yeah, she is like no woman I've ever hired before. She keeps telling me, John, I'm your shrink. But I'm like, no, you're more than that to me. Although I ran into her at the Olive Garden last week, and you know, she sort of acted like she didn't even know me, like our relationship was taboo. My friends keep telling me, you know, she's only seeing you for your money. I say, no, I'm nuts about Dr. Sheila. You know, the only problem is like you get hot and heavy and things really start moving, and then she's like, oh, we should end. The nice thing is she always has tissues for me, on the other hand.
Oh.
All right, I'm going to come up with one more and then I got to go. We're gonna... So I'm working on some new stuff. I appreciate all your ears. Can you guys hear me? Hello? All right, so where's the guy? Okay, here we go. Oh, here we go. This is a good one. I like this. So I'm all for building confidence in kids, building them up. You know, soccer. Everybody gets a prize. Everybody gets, you know, this pat on the back, and everybody wins a trophy. That's great and all, but you know, one of these days these kids are going to have to go out and get a real job. So, you know, us telling them these things is great. Take porno stars, for example. Just because her uncle says she gives good head doesn't mean anything. Who makes him the expert? Okay, that really went bad. Now I have to come up with another one. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, come on.
All right, I got one more.
Yeah, that one at the end.
That was bad to end. Yeah, I need to end more of a big bang.
Violated, too. Even
I just feel a little violated. I wish I didn't do this work thing yet. I can do it again, but just we'll all pretend. We'll all pretend I didn't do it, and then laugh this time. All right. Okay, so I hired a babysitter recently. I have a couple kids. The problem with hiring a babysitter is it's a lot like hiring a hooker. Except I've never hired a babysitter before.